You're in here. Fresh out of the freezer. Fresh, guess I was freezed up. Fresh out of the deeper freezer, cause I'm deeper than any voice on speakers. I can't hear y'all haters, you gotta speak up. I don't need to slow down, I need to speak up. Anonymous activity, Bobby B stuff. Jealousy's a ski mask, the motion, and ease up. Fresh out of the freezer. Fresh, guess I was freezed up.
Welcome to Ultimate DJ Music Review and More Talk Show. I am your host, Miss Taj B. Of course, you guys see I got the green glasses again. Lord have mercy, I gotta get another set, y'all. I broke the nice black ones that you guys so like. But we're gonna rock with these for today because if we don't, I will not be able to see you. Welcome once again to the Ultimate DJ Music Review and More Talk Show. I am your host, Miss Tosh B. And you know, every week we have a marvelous and wonderful guest. And this week it's the same thing, ain't nothing changed. And usually, you know, I go through this little series of current events, but it's so much going on out there that I may I may wait until the 4th or the 11th to do the updates on the current events, if that's okay with y'all. Anyway, coming to the stage is Mr. Streetwise himself. You guys don't know, I found this magnificent person on TikTok. I just happened to be strolling along, and it was this absolutely amazing and talented young man on the channel. He was just sitting there playing, and I tested him too, because y'all know I'm a little picky. So I tested him because I wanted to see if he was really a groover or he was just up there on TikTok playing. So he asked a question to the audience. Well, what do you guys think I should play next? And he gave a whole different song. And of course, you know, because I'm annoying, I said, no, let me hear something by George Benson. And then he played the exact song that I was thinking. So that kind of made my night. And because of it, I asked him to come on and do an interview. And like you guys know, I don't like to keep people waiting. So welcome to the stage, Mr. Streetwise in the building. Mr. Streetwise, welcome, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you
Can you
for
hear me?
thank you for coming. Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Now tell us, what do you do, who you are, and how you do what you do.
Okay. Well, my government name is actually Alonzo Williams, but I'm registered with the government as a musician. So it's Alonzo Streetwise Williams. And as you can see, I'm currently living my life as a musician.
Yes. Now,
Yeah.
I noticed that your discipline is in various areas because I watch you play the piano and your guitar at the same time. Which one is your actual discipline?
The guitar. I've been playing the guitar. I've been playing the guitar for 50. This year will make 55 years.
Wow. And where formally did you play the guitar for?
Okay, well, in Austin, Texas, I played a lot. I played in a lot of quartet groups starting in 1984, and I played quartet groups, and that's what I did. And then I also played as an artist, an individual artist in Austin, Texas, for 32 years. I used to play as a street musician, even though I did a lot of other things. That was my passion, to play out on the streets and be able to catch spontaneous requests.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now who were the specific groups that you played with?
All right. Well, the first group that I played with, it was 1984. It was the Gospel Southerners in Austin, Texas, and my mentor slash manager, his name was Junior Franklin, and he was the very original Mighty Clouds of Joy. You'll see him on the albums in the very beginning. His name was Junior Franklin. He was the guitar player, and he was the guy that promoted that at real high singing. So I started off with them, and then I started playing for another group in Austin called the Royal Light Singers. I wrote a very popular song. It was entitled Wake Up America, We're Sleeping in a Dangerous Time. After that, I formed my own group. It was called the Gospel Airs. And we really moved forward with that. The last 2 years I was in Austin, I played Austin City Limits.
Okay. So, you know, I'm scheduled to be in Austin next month. I'm not certain if you know, but I'm one of the tastemakers for the South by Southwest Festival.
Come on.
Yeah. And I'm scheduled to be there next month. I don't know if I'm gonna actually get there because I'm a little slower and older. Oh and yeah, and but I am one of the people I've been on the
Excuse me.
yeah, no, bless you, Gesundheit.
Excuse me. Sorry. Yes.
Oh, good, angels in the building, holla. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I've been on the board now for like 3 years to
Okay.
promote talent over there in Austin. So it's funny that you would say the Austin City Limit thing.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
have I have a story about South by Southwest.
tell me.
Okay. So one year, I think it was 1994. Of course, I was doing my thing, playing on the street corners. It was me and another guy named Billy. And of course, we knew South by Southwest was coming, but it didn't matter to us because all we wanted to do was play on the street corner. And so they had a situation where we knew we didn't have the fee. You had to pay a fee to be in the club, and you had to hope that they walked in. And we just did our thing. We're gonna play on the street corner, make some money. And at the end of the whatever they had going on, they had questioned someone from, I think it was Epic Records, and they asked them. They said, of all the bands and all the artists in all of these clubs in this big city, they said, who did you like the most? And they said, Streetwise. They said, we like the guy on the corner more than anyone else because he was doing raw talent. He was standing on the corner
That's
taking
right.
requests from people from all walks of life. Once they did that interview, they put that in a newspaper and made some sort of article about it. And those people from South by Southwest says, y'all need to WIZE. They said, you need to wise up and do something about this guy. And shortly after they left, I received a call from a gentleman named Derek Norris. He was doing the bookings for Austin Aqua Festival. And they hired me to play the Austin Aqua Festival. And I was out there on the same ticket with Usher, Dolly Parton, a guy named Ted Rundigan, Jerry Lee Lewis, and they paid me $10 a minute.
Not Ursher.
Yeah, Usher was. Yeah. He was out there. We was on the same ticket. He was actually a kid.
Yeah,
He was just coming on. He was a kid. He had just been discovered from Star Search. He was just getting on it, and so he was out there too.
that's all right. See,
Yeah,
once you dig a little bit, the things that you'll find out.
yeah, yeah.
Mrs. Streetwise,
Yes, ma'am.
we do a series of questions
Sure.
where we kind of dig into you a little bit. And
Okay.
every now and again I send a zinger. Um, but they're never too rough. Usually, they're just for the informative part. You ready for the
Mhm.
question?
Sure.
Okay. After all these years of playing, what still excites you when you pick up your guitar?
Playing the gospel, playing gospel music.
Okay. Ain't nothing like praising the Lord though.
I'm telling you, he's the one gave me the gift. So I want to make sure
Yeah.
that whatever I do, I glorify him. And I don't know if you have heard me or not, but all my lives, I try not to leave without thanking him for my gift. I don't know if I did it that night, but I do it quite often.
Yeah, I
So
start my show off like that.
that's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, that's the
Yeah, before I
highlight of
start
my
my
career.
show. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I usually yeah, I usually do a little prayer or something before I even start because I try to bless
Amen.
this show. Like one night
Come on.
I tried to do the show and it kept messing up at the beginning of the show. And then
Hmm.
I had to remember, oh shoot, I didn't pray over my show. Let me
Yeah.
stop and pray over my show real quick.
Amen.
Yeah, because it does go smoother. I don't know if you notice on your end. Does it go smoother on your end?
Hey, listen, I'm going to answer that question with a yes. And I want to share this with you, please. Okay.
Yes.
The greatest thing that has ever happened to me on TikTok is not the amount of money or the gifts or the comments. One day or one night, I was performing and I asked the audience, was there anyone going through anything? I was going to do like kind of like a sad song to reach out because when you're performing, music is universal, and everybody that's listening to you may not necessarily be in that, yeah, come on, let's jam mood. So fortunately, I had asked, is there anyone going through something? And a young man came on and he says, yes, me, I'm going through something. So I played the song called Gravity by Don Mayer. And I just couldn't get off the line without praying. Now, I didn't hear about this guy yet, but I prayed. I said, Father, I want to bless whoever's going through whatever.
Yeah.
And this guy came on afterwards. He DM'd me and he said that he was going through some changes and he was thinking about ending his journey.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was so
Yeah.
glad that we made contact. And the guy said, I want to give my life to Christ. He says, and I want to get baptized. And we stayed with it. And that's where he is now. And so I wanted to share that and tell you that I really want to share this with you. I had got a notification from TikTok and it said, within less than a year, your live performance has been liked by 6.9 million people. But when I heard from that young man, I realized that God had allowed me to soar over 7 million people just to find that one lost sheep.
Yeah.
That was the best thing
Absolutely.
that ever happened to me was I was able to lead someone to Christ.
That's all right because that's really the job in the first place.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Yeah. We
Amen.
we can bring them to us all we want to, but
Come
the
on.
job in the end is to lead them to
That's right.
Christ.
That's right.
So that he can introduce them to God.
Amen. Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's a systematic movement.
There you go.
And a lot of people don't know that that's how the system move. Through Christ
Amen.
unto, unto God. And then I mean, once you get to that point right there with God, then you at the brink of everything right there.
That's right. That's
You,
right.
you know, a lot of people don't really know that get to once you at Christ and get to know Christ for him to introduce you because it has to be a relationship step by step and a trust thing.
Amen.
Because
Amen.
all the way through, because once God can trust you, then you at the brink of everything.
Amen.
So you know what I'm saying. I ain't gotta go no further than that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
How has your relationship with the instrument evolved? Is it still a tool or has it become something more spiritual or personal?
Um, it's definitely spiritual and personal. And because you asked the question, I wanted to show you. I've had this particular guitar for 34 years. This year will make 35 years. This is my baby.
What you
This,
call it?
it says Streetwise on it. This is Mr. Street.
That's it. Okay. Hey, Street.
Hey, I played on the street corners of Austin, Texas with this guitar for 34 years. This is my baby right here.
Yeah.
So this is it. I played, yeah. So it's very personal. My electric guitar that you saw me playing with that night, I've been having that particular guitar for this year will make 29 years.
You seen the
So
movie? You seen the movie Sinners?
no,
And did you see? You didn't see Sinners?
no.
Okay, I was gonna ask you about. There was a particular scene where his favorite guitar got splintered,
Oh
and
shoot.
and then later on he went back and had the guitar remade. And I was gonna ask you about your guitar and the process of all those years. Have you had to have the strings redone? Have you had to have anything fixed on it over the years? It kind of goes into the personal thing or tool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that acoustic guitar. I'm sorry. Turn the guy off. The acoustic guitar.
No,
I haven't had anything done to it, but this particular guitar right here,
yeah.
you can look at the neck and tell it's been played a lot. Through help from TikTok, they allowed me. I had these tuning pegs redone. It's been
Okay.
about 6 months ago, and that's the only work I've had done. Now, but I'm going to tell you, when I had the tune, when I took it to the guitar shop, immediately the guitar technicians, they wanted to do something about this board. They said, man, let's clean that up. And I told them I didn't want them to do that because this board shows the history of what I've been through. And I don't want to erase that. I don't want a clean board. I want it to show where the wood is chipping off and where I sweated
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. You leave it with some character.
There
Absolutely.
you go.
Yeah. Don't take the character away from it,
I'm
because
telling you.
that's like them bumps in the road that we get.
Yeah.
You keep the bumps in the road. What was the hardest music lesson you had to learn? Not technically, but emotionally or professionally.
I think actually, well, I can't believe you asked that because actually, what a
Ooh,
coincidence.
every now and again, zing.
Huh?
I say every now and again. I told you I say the zinger, zing.
Yeah. What coincidence? Because I just can't believe this. Actually, the hardest song, the most kind of difficult. Originally, I thought the most difficult song I had learned was by Eddie Van Halen. And but just 2 nights ago, someone in the audience kept asking me to learn the song called Blackbird by the Beatles. And I started learning that, and that is a real complicated song. But I
Yeah.
had to accept the challenge.
I remember
Blackbird by the Beatles.
I
Go
was
ahead.
I was on live that night.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on
Okay. Well,
live,
there
and
you have it.
you kept saying, I don't know that one yet, but I'm gonna get it.
Yeah. There you go. And I did a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
You
very
said a little bit.
complicated.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Just a second. Okay. Let me grab this. Okay. Just a minute. Just a second. Uh-oh. Just a minute.
This will go right along with the next question.
Okay, so I'm just gonna play a little bit of it. Blackbird, a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna have to work on it a little bit more. I'm still working on it.
Okay, what's your favorite song to play?
Gravity by John Mayer.
I don't know that song.
Oh yes, that's the song. It means a lot to me because I just recently became a cancer survivor, and that was the song. Even though it's not gospel, it ministered to me while I was going through that turmoil.
Congratulations. Ring that bell.
I'm
Ring
telling
that
you,
bell.
August
That's
August
right.
25th.
Go ahead. Ring that bell. Ring
Yeah,
that bell. That's right.
you can
That's
ring
all
my
right.
bell, ring my bell, ding dong.
That's right. That's all right. That's all right, man. That's all right. 'Cause my dad went through that, and it was hard on me, man. I was hurt at the end of
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Watching, yeah, watching him in pain like that, that was hurting me.
Yeah.
Oh, in today's, so I'm glad that you made it through that,
Thank you.
and so I'm glad that I got a chance to grab hold of you, uh,
Hmm.
for these next 30 years or 50 years that you're gonna be here moving
There
around.
you go. There you go.
I only needed an hour or so. In today's digital era of fast content and short attention spans, how does a true musician preserve authenticity?
Um, I think my answer to that would be I think you have to be in touch with the spiritual aspect of what's going on around you.
Yeah,
I'm really tuned in spiritually,
yeah.
and that's why I can still remember songs that I learned as a kid. For example, roll up that
Roll the
sound,
coaster.
roll up, say
Uh,
what? That's the stuff I learned coming up as a kid.
Me too. I love that song. Roll the
Yeah,
coaster.
yeah.
Say ooh ooh ooh. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
I'm a musician too, so I'll be way back. I'll go right there with you.
Oh
I'm
yeah. Hey, you probably easily identify with stuff like this.
sorry.
Skin tight. Skin tight. Yeah. Yeah, I'm from that era. I started playing the guitar in 1971. I started playing when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I started collecting music. I'm a remix DJ, one of New York,
Hmm.
one of New York's first actually women DJs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, in the history of DJing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and what I do is I do blends. Like I create master mixes between two different songs.
Okay.
And if you go down my video section, you may find something that you might want to play on your show one day because I'll be over there jamming too. You don't even know.
Yes, sure.
So
Sure
check out the
thing.
video section and you'll see what I do.
Okay. Most
I am
definitely.
the that one all guitar what they call that, one man band.
Yeah. There you
Except
go.
I'm a woman. Except I'm a woman.
Yeah. One woman band.
Yeah, I'm one woman band. So but I love all that music like that. Uh, Somebody just went on tour and I don't know, it was one of them, Bootsy or somebody went on tour. Who is it that's still alive?
Bootsy is still alive, and I
His
think George Clinton is definitely still alive because that was the last
Okay,
concert.
so
Go ahead.
yeah, it was George Clinton.
Okay.
Management had got in contact with me on Twitter
Come
to,
on.
yeah, I had a special invitation to go to this show, but the show was so far out that I couldn't make it. But man, I would love to have been in that audience. And it was such an honor to be asked personally,
Oh yeah.
and I just couldn't,
Excuse me.
I
Excuse
just
me.
couldn't make it. Bless you,
You're
bless you.
you're
They were,
frozen.
am I?
I mean, I can
What
hear
about
you,
now?
but you're not moving. I'm just letting you know. Hello?
What's going on with me?
I don't know. I don't see you now, but you was frozen. You was talking, but uh,
Can you
I,
hear me?
I can hear you very well. I just don't see
Okay,
you.
I'm gonna work on my camera. While I'm working on my camera, um, yeah, George Clinton. I had to got that information from them, and it was like it was the invite was like the greatest thing ever to me.
I bet.
And oh man, you don't know how bad it hurt me not to be able to go. I was crushed. Was there ever a moment you considered putting the guitar down? Two-part
Never.
question.
No, never.
What kept you committed?
Passion. Yeah, passion. I just had a real passion for it. Um, I knew actually before I started playing at 10, I saw my mother was dating a guy in the gospel group, and I saw a guitar for the first time at the age of 4. I saw it in I was stuck on that image until the guy was out of my sight. But by the time I was 7, I was at home pulling little strings out of the blanket and tying them to broomsticks, trying to see if I could get a sound. So yeah. Um, I don't know if I'm able to do this. I don't know if I can, if you will allow me, but for about 45 seconds, I wanted to do a George Clinton song.
Yes, please do. I,
Okay,
I,
so here
I
it is. Go ahead.
yeah, I brought you for that purpose.
All right. Here's the
Something's
George
going
Clinton
wrong with
song
my
I like doing.
camera. Something's wrong
All
with
right.
my camera, but we're gonna continue the interview just a second.
Okay. Do I start playing while you're working on it?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Here's my chance to dance my way out of my constriction. Gonna be creaking, jumping up and down in your alleyway. Yeah. I said a groove I only got shall all be moved. Feet don't fail me now. Ha ha. Do you promise a phone? Do you promise a phone? Yeah. Do you promise a phone? The whole phone. And nothing but the phone. One nation under a groove. It's down just for the funk of it. The one nation and we're on the move. Nothing can stop us now. I can see you. I said blah ba dia ba da dia ba ba dia ba. You can dance it.
I love it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I had to do some surgery and some doctoring over here. I ain't know what was
Oh,
going on. Ooh, I was every show though something go wrong. Uh,
yeah.
uh, um, my babies call me an old head.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
They're like, "Look, old head, you gonna have to learn how to make this happen."
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I just want to share with you the strangest experience I had. The strangest experience I had, I was doing a show in 1998, and I had just started dating this girl who happened to have been the one that bought me this guitar. And
Yeah.
and she had started noticing how popular I was. I didn't tell her I was a musician, but I was on a television commercial, so she had started noticing. And so finally, I told her, and then she went to my first show, and I was doing a song by Prince, baby, baby, or whatever it was. Man, and
Hmm.
of course, I was trying to be sexy. It's part of the entertainment. And I was doing things and trying to get a reaction, and it was working. The girls were screaming. And my girlfriend at the time, she jumped up and said, "Sit y'all beep, beep, blank, blank, beep down," and started going off on them. And she was getting on me afterwards. She said, "You were enticing them to be that way." I go, "Duh." It's part of the entertainment. You have to me, it's like with Prince or anybody, Barry White, you have to make females think that they have a chance with you, whether you're married
Yeah.
or not. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go to, "Hey guys, I'm going to tone my act down. My wife's here or my old lady's here." You can't do that. You be at your best. So that was pretty
It's
funny that she jumped up and so what they said is the word got out, and then when they started booking me, they would say, "You're more welcome to come here, but don't bring her."
Oh my God, no! It's one of
Yeah.
my It's one of my recommendations as a former artist management
Okay.
and as former executive A&R. That's one of my greatest pet peeves. Is you must sell yourself to the
Yeah.
people who are trying to buy you.
Come on, come on. Amen.
Like and what does that take? It takes showmanship.
Come on, sister.
So a
Amen.
lot of times, if you're not in the business of understanding the showmanship part of it, um,
Hmm.
you lose a lot of attraction.
Come on now.
And it's hard even so when you're in a relationship. That's why a lot of times you see a lot of musicians are single for
Yes.
a large amount of their career because
Yes.
of that. you
Yes.
know it's
Yes.
because of having to sell themselves. And people think sometimes that selling yourself is the same as selling your soul. There's two different
No.
things going on there.
Yes.
Selling your soul is doing anything for a dollar.
Yeah.
But selling yourself is being able to, like Beyonce said, go from Beyonce to Sasha Fierce.
Hello. Hmm. Amen.
There's a great leap and bound in between the two characters.
Amen.
And a lot of people don't realize is that one of them is actually a character and one is the real thing.
Bam.
So
I
you
gave
know
you high
she
five on that one.
yeah, she didn't realize that. She just
Yeah.
didn't realize one of them was you and one of them was the other person that you had to become as this
That's right.
musician person.
That's right. And I had to tell her that, and I like for other artists that may be listening, and to their fiancés or their significant other ones, you have to remember that, like you said, there's two characters. There's the entertainer, and then there's me. And the one thing I can say, I believe that happened to me when I started this journey a year ago on TikTok, started going live. I didn't know I was going to blow up like this. But what happened is all my life I had been an entertainer, so I only know how to go full force. And what
Yes.
happens in music, especially on TikTok, people like me a lot because when they come to my page, they feel entertained. And
Yes.
when I look at the analytics or whatever, I could see that some people stay for the full hour. Some people stay the entire 2 hours. And I used to always tell my daughter, who's a musician, in order for people to feel entertained by you, you have to be an entertainer. You have to entertain them if you want them to like
Yes. Yes,
you.
absolutely. Yeah,
So
absolutely. I don't know if you realize, but we're we're broadcasting onto the radio station at the same time that we're doing this interview. So
Okay.
you're being seen by not just me, but by also my coordinated affiliates at Blast Music 247, which is Blast Radio 247.com. And
Okay.
yeah, now I thought I had said that I thought that you needed to be seen. Once I seen you, okay, well, there's somebody that I think need to have a little more traction.
Well, thank
Um,
you.
yeah, yeah, and you're welcome. Thank you. And the
Yeah.
reason why is because uh, there's not a lot of. I did an interview a couple months back with the Fish and Grits band leader Paul Beasy, and we
Okay.
was having a conversation about um, where music fell off at. And I was
Okay.
telling him where music fell off at is when they stopped the live musicians.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
know? Like that's kind of where music took a turn at was when they stopped the live musician because I just
Mhm.
feel like a person playing with a discipline has a stronger transition than a computer. And
Amen.
it draws you in a different kind of way because uh, when you're dealing with instrumentation, synthesizers and keys and all
Yes.
kind of stuff, it's there's a different melody than it is to just a computer.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Amen.
And it can't, it doesn't synthesize the same way with the senses. So I think music fell off with the lack of musicians playing. I love to see a live band.
Yes. Yes.
Nothing more groovy than a live band to me.
I'm telling you.
Now tell me, speaking of that, stages. What type of stages have you played on?
All right. Well, the first big stage, well, played on a really, really big stage. I don't remember what it was about, but it was I was in South Korea. I was in the military and I played on a big stage there. But the first big stage I ever played on was the one in the Austin Aqua Festival, with the one they paid me $10 a minute. That was 1985. I mean 1995. And then the last two really big stages that I played on was the Austin City Limits. I played there 2005, 2004, and 2005. Those were the
Yeah.
last two big gigs, Austin City Limits, and those three was the biggest stages that I played on, um, that I can remember right off.
Okay. Okay, now because that was my next question, kind of like you've likely played many stages, small
Yes.
clubs to large venues. Where do you feel most powerful as a musician and why?
I feel, well, that's a good question. For some reason, I feel powerful at a small venue because they don't expect talent, real good talent. A lot of times they think, oh, just take what we can get.
Yeah.
Um, and I just want to share with you, please, if you don't mind.
No, no, go. I'm telling you, kick
Oh,
it. Kick
yeah.
it.
Okay. All right. So let me tell you what happened. When I was in Austin, there was a girl. She was a part of a big group. And I got to share this with you. And the girl, I had a job at a restaurant and she was a florist and she came in and she saw me. And she would always tell me, how was 6th Street? Meaning 6th Street was the street corner that I used to play on. And she used to ask
Yeah,
me, how
yeah.
was
I know
6th Street?
that's
She would
where
tell
that's
me,
where I usually go. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
go
so
ahead.
she would brag about what she done. We played here, we played there. She, at that time, when she was asking me that, she didn't know that I had did the Austin Aqua Festival for $10 a minute. She didn't know that I was a great musician. She thought I was someone that had to settle for the streets because I wasn't good enough to play anywhere.
Hmm.
And so she told me, she said, I tell you what, they were all on the news, her band, because someone had broken into their van and stole their equipment. So it was on the
Wow.
news for about a week, and so they said we having a benefit program, benefit show for this band at this particular place at the University of Texas. So the woman, she asked me, she said, you know what, Streetwise, this is what I'm going to do. She goes, I'm going to give you a chance to play inside for a change. Like I'd never done that. I said, okay. She goes, so you show up on this particular night and I'll let you play. I said, all right. So I showed up at the venue and there was, I think it was scheduled like 12 bands. And then her band was going to be the last, of course, the last band.
Yeah.
The band has to be the best. So she, there was one band and it was 3 songs. They did 3 songs. And then there was another band and then there was me. And I immediately I looked around because I could read the crowd real well. And I saw the age bracket, the ethnicity. And so I played some Nirvana. And when I started playing it look at something like this. I'm just doing like, it went up. It went like that. But anyway, when I started playing it,
now.
Yeah. Well, when I started playing it, the audience started jumping. Here we are. They was jumping up and down. Yeah. And I did a down, yeah. And everybody was screaming. And they was jumping up and down. And she looked around like, what? And then when I finished that song, they were in an uproar. And when I got ready to do the next song, she ran up on stage and said, stop, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
She could not believe that. And then that Monday when she came on my job with a sad face, she said, hey, I just want to let you know management contacted me and here's a number for you to reach them. She said they want you to come back to that club and they're going to charge at the door.
All right. Everybody know Team Spirit. I don't know how you thought that was going to slide by me. Here we are.
I probably just didn't do it. Yeah. That's my song, man. Entertainer! Acting stupid.
Wait a minute. Let me see if I can pull up my Nirvana song. I got a Nirvana song that I like too. Wait a minute. Let me see.
Oh, okay, come on with it.
Let me see. I don't know which one it is. Is it anyway, I got a blend in there with Nirvana in there somewhere with either Cameron or somebody is blended with one of the hip hop artists.
Okay, so I'm going to show you now the 2 that I know of, several. One of them go like this, and I don't know if this is the one. Come as you are, as you were, as I want you to be, as a friend, and I know memory. The other one is it goes like this. It goes. What else can I be? All the apologies. I don't know if you heard that one before.
No.
Yeah. Those are pretty busy. Those are pretty popular songs. But yeah, I love Nirvana.
I'm looking for it. I'm going through it.
Okay. Yeah, I love Nirvana. Hey, I just wanted to say right quick, if you don't mind.
No, please.
Okay. The most exciting part about my music career, and I want the world to know this, is that I started. Wait, hold on. Here we go. So I wanted you guys to see this. I started playing when I was 10 years old. Here's a picture of me when I was 17. I had been playing 7 years by the time this picture was taken. And everybody used to tell me, man, you look like one of the Jackson 5. And I just wanted to tell you, playing um I started off playing rock and roll music, and that ended up. I started playing at 10, but by the time I was 11 or 12, I knew that was it. Rock and roll music, and that became the highlight of my career because for the 54 years that I've been playing, I would play places. Let's say, like if I was in Austin on stage, I used to play a lot of coffee shops, and
Yeah.
I would play on stage and I would look down and I could see people outside. They couldn't see me, but I could see them. And I would see them jamming. I would be playing like AC/DC or some Ozzy Osbourne or whatever. And I would see them, they would be jamming. And then one person in the crowd would say, let me go see who this is so I remember. And they were looking at me and you see them go back up, man, that's a black dude. So that was always the highlight of my career is that I would do stuff like Nirvana, Journey, and people would come around the corner. They would all just go, "Man, it's a black dude." So that was the highlight of my career, kind of like with Jimi Hendrix, being a
Yeah.
soul brother that played rock and roll music and ended up being one of the world's greatest.
But I just can't figure that out when it was a black dude that created rock and roll. I don't get it.
Yeah, well, they flipped the script a little bit, try to make it look like it came from people like Elvis and stuff. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
of course. But
Yeah.
I mean, it. How could it even surprise you if we know it came from us?
Yeah, they was just easier doing it. Like I just let you know, there's a interview with BB King, and they asked him, and you can Google this. And they asked him, "What did you think about Elvis?" And he just went the straight. He's like slumped his shoulders, and he just told it like it was. He said, "The guy don't impress me." He told me, he said, "That's a copycat." He said,
Yeah.
"Everything he's doing, we were already doing. He took their moves, the rock and roll. He copied that." And then did everything, and they just gravitated to it because it was him. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
I don't mean to hurt
Now,
anybody's feelings. Go ahead.
oh no, no, we're a straight up show over here.
Okay,
Now, um, you're on TikTok, and because you mentioned that, I want to ask you a very serious question because I know that you are on TikTok. But what do you think of this delineation movement?
I don't understand what you're asking me. What are you talking about?
The delineation movement, uh, the separation movement of the Black Americans from the rest of the diaspora because of
Yeah,
the stealing of the everything.
I guess I don't know enough information about it to reply.
Okay, so we're gonna move past that question.
Okay,
If you could leave one final riff, melody, or message for the next generation of musicians, what would it be?
you mean musical riff or verbally?
Yes, either or.
Well, I guess the best thing I would come up with, I think the best thing would be to just actually perform from your soul. And that's what people like about me on TikTok is it's very soulful. And,
Yeah,
and I just feel like the best way, my thing would be just whatever you do the very, very best you can at whatever it is you're doing and do it from the depths of your soul.
yeah, yeah. Let me. Can I share a file? Can I share
Sure,
something?
sure.
Let me share mine. You had yours. Now let me share mine.
Okay. Uh-oh. I don't see you. I don't see you.
Can you hear it?
Do it again.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it. It's kind of breaking up. It's chopping up a little bit. Do it one more time.
Okay, let's see if we can do it one more again.
One more again.
Where you going? What you looking for? You know those boys don't walk What you know about this?
Come on.
That's my Nirvana song.
But that's not Nirvana.
That's my Nirvana song.
Oh, okay.
It's not. Who is
Motorhead.
that?
I don't know, but it's not Nirvana.
That's not
Those are
Nirvana.
more. It's more of a '70s group. I'm just telling you. I don't mean to bust your bubble, but that's not Nirvana. Maybe the other one
It's
was, but
not.
when he
They
said
got it.
Motorhead, that's not him.
No, they got it
No.
listed as Nirvana.
Oh well, maybe they
Okay.
copied it and I just didn't know. Maybe they copied their copy. Yeah, maybe I don't mean to bust your bubble, but maybe they copied it and I just wasn't aware. Sorry about that.
Oh my goodness. That wait, I was all crushed up because that was my Nirvana song. I had to pop my collar in my chest.
And here I'm trying to unpop your collar.
Yeah, yeah. I done went down about 3 inches.
Oh. I apologize.
Be honest. How many times have you made a guitar face on stage and seen the photos later like, who is that person?
Multiple times. The picture I started, I started to send you, I was gritted up like that. And my daughter asked me, and I just wanted to share that with you right quick. I'm not going to play anything, but I want to tell you something. I'm glad you asked that question because I'm going to tell you. It is virtually impossible to go like this. Without gritty, I can't go. I have to go. You know. Okay. It's hard to start shredding the guitar without making expressions.
Yeah, yeah.
It really is. That's why you see
Guitar
that with
face.
what you call it?
Guitar face.
Yeah, you see that with BB King. You see that with him and Albert King. You see that with Jimi Hendrix. And I realize now, if I sit here and play a Willie Nelson song, which I'm a super big Willie Nelson fan, it's not required. That's why you don't see Willie Nelson screeching and stuff. But when you started doing all that stuff,
Yeah,
I need everything in my body to help me bend that note.
yeah. To make it sing.
Yeah.
We we call it in hip hop. We call it make the song cry.
Okay.
Yeah, was make the song cry.
Yes.
Have you ever judged another guitarist silently mid performance? Like, oh, that's the chord you chose. Like,
Yeah. Hey, I got a good answer to that question, and I'm so glad everybody's listening. My cash app is no, I'm kidding.
that
Listen,
no, no. Put your cash app, please. Put your cash app.
my cash app is Streetwise, STREETWIZE with the number 7. Streetwise 7. My Venmo is Streetwise WIZE with 2 number 7s. And so I forgot what was that question again you asked me. I'm sorry.
make sure you guys hit him, give him something, put something on his books
Yeah,
for
yeah,
him.
yeah. Break a brother off.
Yeah, make sure y'all hit him off.
Yeah.
Have you ever judged another guitarist silently mid
Oh,
performance? Like,
yeah. So,
oh, that's the chord you
yeah.
chose.
So, yes, ma'am. So, I got to tell you this, and I'm so glad everyone's listening. I think it was 1986. I had never really personally heard of Bob Dylan because I was into guitar players that could really jam like Hendrix and Robin Trower, whoever, or Led
Yeah.
Zeppelin, Jimmy Page. And one day I'll never forget, I was watching the Grammy Awards. I had never seen Bob Dylan in my life, and I guess he must have won a Grammy. I don't know. I came in from the kitchen and I saw him on stage, and there was this guy with these. He looked like he had shaved in a couple of days. His hair was messed up. He had blue jeans with holes in them. He looked real scruffy. And don't forget, I went in the other room and told my brother, I said, "Man, you won't believe this, man. I said, they got a homeless dude on stage, man." He's like, "For real?" And he came in, and we still didn't know he was Bob Dylan. And my brother said, "Well, why won't they kick him off?" I said, "They just don't want to make a big scene right now." But Bob Dylan is one of the musicians that I would listen to. He may have been a good songwriter, but I used to listen to him and go, he can't sing. But I want to tell you, I've been told that multiple times in my life. And my response, because someone recently came on and go, "Man, this guy sounds horrible, or my dog can sing better." And I don't get upset with it because what I learned that as guitar players, we don't always consider ourselves singing. Singing is what we do.
Yes.
Jimi Hendrix wasn't a good singer either, and
Yes.
neither was Bob Dylan. But and Willie Nelson has a great voice, but he don't consider himself a real songstress. It's just something that we do.
Hmm.
If that makes any sense.
It does. It does. I'm not a DJ, but I DJ.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I don't play in clubs and stuff like that because I had
Mhm.
to stop DJing out in public like that to take care of my children once I
Okay.
had my children. So, but I always DJ'd even so, even though I had my children. Like, nobody knew I was always DJing all those years,
Wow.
if that makes sense to you. Like, I stayed practicing over all those years, I stayed practicing. And then one day I woke up and I just started a battle. I battled the entire world.
Come on.
Yeah, I issued a battle to the entire world. I battled DJs from here to Ireland and back.
What you
Yeah,
say?
yeah, all over the world. Let's get it.
Amazing.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
Because I have been practicing quietly underneath everybody's breath for all that time. Nobody knew
Okay.
that I was on point like that. Because they figured,
Um,
I had dropped off the earth and kept going.
yeah.
You know, you know how people will drop you off and leave you
Yeah.
over there and think you done fell off the earth, but they ain't know I had an ice pick with me when that had fell off the cliff.
Yeah.
I had an ice pick with me.
So if you
So
don't mind me asking, when you say all this time they thought I fell to earth, how much time elapsed? How much time was you off out of the scene, basically?
like 20 years, easy.
The same man. I've been out of the scene for 16 years because I became a single parent.
Yeah. Well, that's what
And
happened to
I
me.
didn't do, yeah, I didn't do all this. All I did was just played in church and watched my daughter. I was a single parent. So I didn't even have a 9 to 5 job because I wanted to be around them. So for I was a single parent until the year 2020, and she graduated, and then I was gonna jump out there and do my thing, and all of a sudden COVID. So that put an end to it, and then I caught cancer, and then once I got it together, I came out and just blew up real fast.
Yeah, see, but that's God. I'm telling you.
Yeah, yeah,
The miracle of God is crazy.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I started it. Um, for years, I ran some community activities, and I hired a DJ for many years
Okay.
until one day, I tried to get a DJ to show up, and they start playing with you when you start letting them. And
Okay.
my friend looked at him and he said, because that person didn't know me from being a DJ from younger. They were like newer on the scene,
All right.
so they didn't have an idea that I was a DJ long before them.
Okay.
And they were handling me with the kitty gloves,
Yeah.
you know. And so as they were handling me with the kitty gloves, my partner was looking at him saying, "She know how to DJ.
Yeah.
She's trying to give you a chance.
Yes.
She's giving you an opportunity."
Hmm.
Sometimes they don't know how to take the opportunity from you. You know,
Yes.
it is more so, um, well, who are you?
Right.
Never knowing I might be somebody.
That's
I
right.
might be,
That's right.
because
That's right.
I see, me being a music scout and a talent searcher.
Yeah.
I've offered many opportunities to people because my hands are always in places that they always have been in, just at the timing of God.
Amen.
So when you say it took you those 16 years, at the timing of God,
Okay. Amen. Amen. Amen.
you know? And so the same with me, you know?
Amen.
I jumped out there at the timing of God. I said, okay, well, Lord, because up until that point, I was a poet, one of New York's hottest poets.
Okay.
And so once the poetry thing started getting to be a little too much, it had got me into the spotlight in such a way to where I was ready to disappear from the spotlight.
Uh-huh.
But I disappeared and reappeared as the DJ that I originally was, that the person that I originally was. You feel
Okay.
me?
All right. Okay. All right.
That makes sense, right? You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
when
Yes. Yes.
like it goes hand in hand with the I'm not a singer, I'm really a guitarist, but
Yeah.
they go
But
hand
I'm
in
gonna
hand.
sing. Yeah. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
I'm a DJ, but the poetry go hand in hand with the
Come
DJ.
on now. Amen.
So, you know, and so that's how I wind up back out here after all those years later.
Amen.
What's the
God
most
bless you.
random? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I said God bless you.
Thank you. What's the most random request someone has yelled at you during the show, and did you actually know how to play it?
Great question. So glad to answer this. I actually have goosebumps because it goes back to what I already said recently. The most random request is people ask me to play a rock song and they don't realize that's my specialty. And so whenever they ask me to do a rock song, I just do it, and then you see the response. No way! I can't believe it. It goes back to the oh man, it's a black dude. And a lot of times they would request like a country and western song. I love country and western, and they would request things hoping that I couldn't do it, and I would shock them because I'm an entertainer and I do all genres.
I was gonna ask you that about country, um, especially because of all the new progressions in country coming back. How do you like the Southern Soul movement?
In terms of what? What do you mean? Like, far as, what, like, what group? What do you mean? Like who's
Like,
Southern?
they
Who?
have a what you call a southern. They have like what you call the Southern Soul movement, which is a sort of groove that they're working on right now, like the boots on the ground type of movement.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it, man. I like whatever's jumping. I like it, and I go out there and I try to do it. Now, there's this one song I'm learning. Uh, this guy goes boo, boo, boo. His headband or something. I don't know, but whatever it is, when I hear that it's popping, I go ahead and learn the song
Yeah, I
to keep
love the
myself.
Southern Soul movement.
Yeah, yeah,
Go ahead,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
listening.
Yeah, I like that. Boots on the ground. My pastor did that one Sunday. My pastor was a bass player, and he sent me that assignment. He said, he said, "Oh, we're gonna do a boots on the ground. Learn this." And I was like, "Are you drinking?" And what it was, it coincided with the sermon because he was saying that we as children of Christ, you get boots on the ground. Let's go to work. Let's do this thing. All this turmoil is going on around us. And so when we did the song that morning, I got my boots on the ground. The sisters was in there with the fans going slap, slap, and all this stuff was going on. And they got up and they was doing the movement. And the pastor said, "There's absolutely nothing wrong with coming in the house of the Lord and having fun."
Make a joyful noise, amen.
Yeah, man. He said, "Don't
Make
make
it.
it seem like you have to be in the club around alcohol to dance." He said, "You come up here and do this and have a good time." And I could tell that when it was done, they were fanning like, "Woo!" And I looked at those people, I
Uh-huh.
said, "You're right. They had just as good of a time as they would have in the club."
But you know what? Let me say this to you, Mr. Streetwise. I had this
Okay.
conversation about two interviews back with a young man named Les J. And I
Okay.
was telling him that when I was in turmoil, the Lord would give me these songs.
Hmm.
And one of the songs to replenish my system was Rain Down on Me by SWV. And it would just rain down on me and it would just send chills all over my spine. It would just like refresh my whole spirit, right? And I
Uh-huh.
would be telling people, this is my gospel music. This is my gospel music. This is my gospel music. And I would hear every harlot music, every street music, and but the Lord was literally raining the music onto me, if it makes sense. Because
Yeah.
I try to tell everybody the earth is the Lord's
Amen.
and, and the fullness thereof. Meaning there's nothing inside the earth that does not belong to the Lord.
Amen.
And so once you get to understand that, you recognize that the Lord, there's nothing that get by the Lord. And I try to explain this to people. God is
Yes.
so mighty and powerful. There is nothing that gets by him. There is nothing that goes on in this earth
Come
without the
on.
permission of the Lord
Amen.
first.
Yes.
So when I was singing Rain Down on Me, the church was beating me up about the fact that that's not church music. And then about maybe 10 years after I was screaming, this is my church music, I hear at the church, rain down on
See.
me. I said, oh, they
See.
raining on you now,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
huh?
Yeah.
It's raining on you now, huh?
Yeah. Hey, if you don't mind, there's a very important message I want to say about gospel music to my listeners, please.
Go ahead.
Listen, man, you would not know this if I didn't tell you. I wrote a song that became a number 1 hit to this day, and people do not realize. I'm telling you the honest to God truth. They don't realize that I was a songwriter. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. It's so interesting. That group that I told you I was with in Austin, they were called the Royal Light Singers. Back then, it was 1980. Uh, 89 or 90 or something like that. Yeah. And we were getting ready to travel. We was gonna do like a little tour to Kansas. Knew we were going overseas or nothing. And they said, what we're going to do, they said, we're going to, back then it was cassette tapes. They said, we're going to make some cassette tapes so that we could sell as we travel. You know, we don't depend on the offering. You'll sell these tapes for $12 or whatever, so we can have gas money and all this. And so they asked me, they said, hey, uh, can you write a song? No, I guess. So they said, we're going to do a bunch of traditional stuff like Trouble in My Way. And they said, but we want something original. They asked me to write a song. And I'm here to tell you, and I want the world to know this. The song that I wrote, it was kind of beefed up a little bit. And because at that time, I had never really wrote a song and I messed around at home, but I never really tried to do it. So at the time, there was nothing that inspired me. I didn't have a testimony. So what I did the chorus, but when it came to the lead part, and I knew the lead singer, who was an elderly man, I knew it had to be something that wasn't complicated. So the lead part, I made sure was something very common, like if you don't believe I've been redeemed, follow me down to the Georgia. It was stuff like that, and I'm going to show you where I'm going with it. And we was practicing.
Yeah.
Honest to God, truth, man. I had goosebumps big time. We had rehearsal. We used to practice in Austin, Texas on Fridays. We went to rehearsal, and I noticed that the manager, his name was Perkins Alexander. He was like 75 years old. I noticed that he was staring at me with a real cold stare, and he wouldn't take his eyes off of me. And he just kept staring at me. And then when we finished rehearsal and we joined hands for prayer, when we finished, he held on and his tears started coming out of his eyes. And he said, hey, I just want to let you know, he said, I had a dream about you. Now, you know, the Bible says that men will see visions and old men will have dreams. And that man told me, he said, brother, I want you to, he held me. He said, I had a dream about you last night. He said, man, you get ready to do real bad. I said, for real? He said, yeah, but just hold on to, you know, God's unchanging hand or what have you. He said, and he'll bring you out. That man told me that on a Friday night. That Sunday night, we did the recording. They had mics because it was different technology, and they was recording to put it on a cassette, and it was mics.
Yeah.
We did that recording, and the very next day, I ended up being a drug addict. That manager, he saw that. He saw it coming. I was out of the scene for 4 years because I was homeless and everything. And then 2000 and I think maybe 2008 or 2009, one of my neighbors, she kept telling me, man, this is really kick butt gospel song, man. You got to hear it. This is my song. I love it. And when she let me hear it, I immediately just started crying because I realized I wrote that song, and it was a song that goes, Lord, you know I've been changed. Angels up in heaven done sign my name. And when you listen to the lyrics, you'll hear how common it is. If you don't believe I've been redeemed, you follow me down to the. And the reason I did the lyrics like that, because I didn't have an inspiration, so I had said something that I knew the lead singer would remember. And when I realized all that had happened, there's a cassette out there to prove it. And when I did some research about how this person that said they wrote it was able to get away with it, and they said what happened was, first of all, we didn't copyright it. We just sung the song and put it on the tape, then I disappeared. And I guess when they did the research, it said author unknown. So that person, the place or whatever their name is, that's why they took the credit and said, well, I wrote it because it came back as author unknown. But you're listening to I don't know if you ever heard that song, Lord, I've Been Changed.
Of course.
I wrote that.
They just did that song, Mahalia Jackson. No, not Mahalia Jackson. Shirley Caesar and somebody. They just sang it a couple days ago.
Yeah, I wrote that. I wrote that song.
Yeah.
And one of my favorites I do right now in gospel is a song that Shirley Caesar and Anthony Hamilton does. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay. Don't you let your troubles. Yeah, I like that song.
I,
But yeah, you're
yeah,
looking and
I
listening
love
to them.
that song.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
do it just a little bit. Just 40 seconds, okay?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Here we go. It's all right. It's okay. Don't you let your troubles get in your way. Just believe and have faith. Know that He is with you every day. Sometimes it's hard to say you're doing okay when you're trying to hide the pain on your face. Times are getting harder. You pray and you pray. Just keep trusting and believing. Hold on to your faith. It's all right. It's okay. Don't you let your troubles get in your way. I'm the duet part. There were times when you can't seem to find your way. Skies are dark and you can't feel night from day. Put a smile on your face, keep holding on. Brighter days are coming and it won't be long.
It's all right.
Yeah, you
It's
know it. It's
okay.
okay.
That's right. I
Don't
got
you let it. Yeah,
it. I got it. Mrs. Streetwise, I'm always over scheduled because I can't
yeah,
help it. Uh,
that's okay.
our last question. If your guitar could talk, would it thank you for the legendary moments or report you for emotional and physical stress?
Sister, listen, I'm going to tell you something, and I'm so glad I can say this in front of people. Let me tell you, it will thank me for the what kind of moments you said?
Legendary.
Legendary moments. Let me tell you something. When I got ready to go and do the Austin Aqua Festival, the one that they paid me $10 a minute, I walked. I couldn't be on a big stage with just an acoustic, which is what I played, downtown. When I got ready to leave, we had all that equipment set up. And when I was walking out the door, as I was closing it, I looked back and I saw this guitar in the corner.
Yes.
And this guitar emotionally said to me, hey, don't leave me behind. I'm the one that helped make it happen. And I took this guitar, I didn't play it, but I set it on stage with me because
Yeah.
we had that type of connection. And
Yeah.
that was a real moment in my life because, like I said, I was closing the door and the guitar looked like it was crying, looked like it was weeping. And he said, "Hey
Yeah.
man, don't leave me. I'm the one that helped it happen all these years." So I brought it with me, and he's been with me, like I said, 35 years.
Yeah. That's the homie.
Huh?
That's the homie.
That's my homie, man. My road dog.
Yeah, that's the homie. That's right. You can't leave the homie behind.
I'm telling you. So I
Yeah.
have a. It's like a same thing with. I think I would say the same thing about BB King because his guitars look so good. I don't know if they keep replacing them, but I would say the same thing about Stevie Ray Vaughan and Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson's guitar looks a lot like mine. I think in my case, and some of these guys' cases, the reason we have vintage guitars that we've been having for so many years because we become personally attached. It's a intimate, almost musically intimate relationship, if you know what I'm saying.
I absolutely do. I absolutely do. Mr. Streetwise, I so thank you for
You're
coming to do
welcome.
this interview with me. I really appreciate you. I hope that you had a good time with me. Usually, this is very, this is one of those channels where we give interviews, but it's kind of casual and loving over here. We don't do too much beating on you and whooping on you on this channel.
Yeah.
We take time to try to get to understand the dynamics of the music because, what I do here is I really would like to save the music.
Yes.
And and so, I have various different artists on here week to week. Um, and more, because we dive into more than just music here, but
Okay.
uh for the quality of artists that I like to bring on, you are very much one of them. And I very much thank you for giving us your time. And not only that, but I was late last week, but I'm a stickler for promptness. And so
Yeah.
thank you for being here, not just on time, but earlier than the time allotted.
You're welcome.
And
You're welcome.
can you please tell the audience where they can find you at, where they can find your music and stuff like that, anything that you do, so that we'll be able to broaden your audience a little bit.
Okay. Well, definitely. Actually, I'm not on too many platforms. It's definitely TikTok as Streetwise, and I have a YouTube page. Which what I normally do is take clippings from my live video and put it on YouTube. And my YouTube page is Alonzo Streetwise, spelled with a Z, WZ, Alonzo Streetwise Williams. That's my YouTube page. If anybody wants to reach out to me for bookings or anything, you can reach out to me. You can leave a message on YouTube and definitely TikTok.
And Mr. Streetwise, my other affiliates that I'm actually a tastemaker for, Making It Magazine, who is actually live right now. Usually when I'm finished, Making It Magazine is live on their channel on YouTube. But we're also on that Sixth Street corner. I don't know
What?
if I don't know if you realize, but that's us in that venue right there on the Sixth Street corner. Not on the far side, but on this side. Not on the far side coming down the hill, but on this side. We're right on that at that bar on the corner right there. That's usually our Making It Magazine stage. And they're always welcoming artists to come and perform on the Making It
What's the name of that
stage.
place?
I don't remember the name. Let me see if I can find.
You can DM me and tell me.
Yeah, yeah, I'll
Okay,
definitely do that. I can do that
I
and let
appreciate
you
that.
know. And yeah, and I'll let my team know if you want to go down and perform. I'll also alert my team that you'll be coming through, and
Yeah.
they'll actually offer you a spot on the event stage.
Woo!
So if that's
Go
okay
for
with
it.
you, okay,
I'm
and I'll
one
keep in
thousand
con
percent.
okay, and I'll keep in contact with you online so that we'll know what time and what's going on. Okay.
Thank you so very much.
All right, so that I just want you to be able to be seen as much as you need to be seen because this is how God really works.
Amen.
All right, and
Yeah.
I catch you back on TikTok. You'll see me come slide through every now and again.
All right. I let them know I'll be live on TikTok this Friday at 11 p.m. Central Time
Okay, that's Streetwise on TikTok. Streetwise with a Y on TikTok though.
with a
It's not.
Z. Huh?
No, with a Y. It's with a Y on TikTok. Streetwise with a Y instead of a I
What?
on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
And they can also find me if you Google Streetwise WIZE. I'll come up.
okay, so you guys can reach Mr. Streetwise on TikTok. He said he'll be live on Friday evening. You guys can catch his YouTube channel, Alonzo Streetwise Williams on YouTube. You guys tap in, Make sure you hit his Cash App uh,
Thank you.
here today, tomorrow, the next day, his Venmo. He gave it to you guys from the beginning. And of course, y'all know I'll have somebody back next week again, and we'll start this thing again. Mr. Streetwise, thank you once again. And I'll get with you about the showcase in like the next day.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I'll let my team know that you're going to come through so that you'll have an event area or event time for the stage over there. Okay.
I appreciate that to the utmost.
Yes, I appreciate you. Make sure you do good on that Friday night show. I might come
I
in here
sure
and make
will.
some suggestions. I mean,
Okay.
I ain't even gonna tell you what I'm gonna suggest yet.
That's all right. Just come on with it. You know, I'm probably gonna knock them down. One night I got 19 requests in a row. So come on with it.
I will come in here with another George Benson song. Like, give me a night.
Okay.
Tonight.
All right. I'll make sure I start rehearsing.
All right. I thank you so much. God bless.
God bless you.
Y'all, we always have a wonderful guest in the building, and tonight is no different. You know, we always have somebody in the building that's worth our time, worthwhile, and entertaining is all outdoors. And we just want to say thank you once again to Mr. Alonzo Streetwise Williams. You guys remember to go to his YouTube page, like, subscribe, share. Go to his TikTok page, Streetwise on TikTok. He has a live coming up tomorrow night, Friday. And you'll get a chance to see the whole idea of who he is and what he does on that channel. And until next week, I don't know, is it who's coming on next week? I had somebody coming on next week. I can't remember because I'm getting old. Er, I said and remember, it's Y'all know how I do.
Fresh out of the freezer. Fresh, guess I was freezed up. Fresh out of the deeper freezer, cause I'm deeper than any voice on speakers. I can't hear y'all haters, you gotta speak up. I don't need to slow down, I need to speed up. Anonymous activity, Bobby B stuff. Jealousy's a ski mask, emotion, and heat up. Fresh out of the freezer. Fresh, guess I was freezed up. Fresh out of the deeper freezer, cause I'm deeper than any voice on speaker.